cheeky wombats, my name is TJ and welcome to Trash or Scratch It, the show where I see if a game is good enough to scratch or whether it deserves the trash. So yeah, it's a special episode because of the game that I'm going to cover today. And I think you can see what game I'm going to do just because of the poster behind me. Yeah, that's right, you fantastic people. I'm going to be covering Spyro the Dragon on the Reignited Trilogy for PS4. Now, I thought long and hard about how I'm actually going to do this episode. I thought I could just do my normal routine where I make my video into 3 parts and then just go off that, but I decided to do something a little different for this particular video. Instead of going with an intro, body and a conclusion, I thought that I would tell you guys who Spyro is and tell you guys a little bit of backstory to this game. And then I would go on with the gameplay, and then finally I would explain the worlds and the content that they have in them. Well, I guess I'm going to start the video and show you guys just how much of a gem Spyro is and why he's still the top selling PlayStation mascot ever. So the story for this is pretty simple. Gnasty Gnorc crystallizes all the dragons and takes their eggs and treasure, and all that's left is a little purple dragon. Oh, sorry, let me go into a little more detail. Some dragons, or at least I think they are interviewing other dragons about the dragon worlds. One of the dragons explains how much treasure, and Bob, yes, that's the dragon asking the questions or doing the interview, which I still have no idea why and how dragons can do interviews. But anyways, Bob asks the dragon about Gnasty Gnorc, and the dragon just absolutely roasts him. And of course Gnasty is watching the interview live, mind you, and gets upset and chucks a big fat soot. So now it's up to Spyro to stop Gnasty, free all the dragons, get back all the dragon eggs, and recover all of the treasure. If you guys were expecting a more exciting story, I'm sorry, but that's it. Apart from the ending, which I won't go into until later on in the video. Also, Insomniac did intend to have Spyro to be green instead of purple, but they changed it because he blended in with the grass. Just a fun fact with TJ that nobody cares about. Nobody cares. Spyro is such an awesome and badass character that he basically just sells his own games, basically, just by the covers. In fact, all 3 of them, to be precise. I mean, seriously, look at each one and tell me that if you weren't a kid around the time this game came out, you wouldn't want to buy and play it. Although the Reignited Trilogy box art is just so amazing that I would post it on my wall. Oh. I still prefer this poster here just because it goes a lot better with the game that I'm talking. Now, I got a little sidetracked there and I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. So, let's move on to gameplay. So, what can I say about the gameplay? It's really good. I will admit it took me a level or 2 just to get used to Spyro's new controls, but after that, oh man, I freaking love them. Spyro is a little more lighter than he is in the original game, and his glide is just a lot better than the original as well. So, I should mention Spyro's moves and what he can do. Well, here you go. Well, he can walk or run. I'm not sure, actually. He can glide, charge, and breathe fire because, you know, he's a dragon. And let's not forget one of the best moves in the whole game. The charge jump. Literally, for most of the game, you will do just this move. A combination of charge and jump, and it's the most handiest move you'll ever use. So, what about the enemies and the bosses in the game? They're pretty easy. Most enemies will have you either charge or flame them, but some of the enemies will wear metal armor, and that means you'll only have to charge them instead of flaming them because you can't flame metal armor. And then there's large enemies, which you can't charge, but you can flame them. You get what I'm saying? And what about those bosses? Well, they're a joke. Well, not so much as a joke, but yeah, nah, they're a complete joke. Like, seriously. I could defeat these guys with one hand tied behind my back blindfolded. But yeah, no, from the gameplay here, it's a lot of fun. I mean, the game itself is really easy. apart from being a huge Spyro fan, it's an enjoyable ride. And if you're a fan as well, then it's also going to be an enjoyable ride for you. Fun fact, the Japanese version of Spyro is actually read as Ripto. So, with another fun fact with TJ out of the way, it's time to move on to the level content. So this part is going to be the longest in the whole video, and just because I'm going to explain everything that the Dragon World has to offer. The hub or the home worlds, and each level as well. I mean, it's not really going to be long, but it's going to be the longest part in this video. So let's start with the first home, or world as we will call it, the Artisan's Home. Not a bad first hub world, I would say, and also the easiest. So before I go on about the levels, I should point out that each home or world has 3 levels, 1 boss level and 1 speedway level. In the Artisan world, the levels are named Town Square, Stone Hill, and Dark Hollow. The boss level is named Toasty because that's his name, and the speedway level is named Sunny Flight. Also, I just want to say that I was going to name all of the dragons in each level and home as well, but that would just make the video go for ages. So I'm just going to stick with just the level and world names. So, second world, the Peacekeeper's Home. This hub world is pretty good. We get to use the cannons that are laid out around the map, and we get to flame some enemies that also fight back. Hey, you see what I did there? I made it rhyme. The levels in this world are Dry Canyon, Cliff Town, and Ice Cavern. The boss in this home is called Dr. Shemp, because why the hell not? And the speedway is called Night Flight. Now I'm sure you guys are wondering, what the hell is a speedway level? Well, I'm going to be explaining that later on in the video. So, World 3, the Magic Crafter's Home. This world has a lot of 3 different types of enemies, which sort of changes up the gameplay a bit, but it still keeps it easy. The levels that are in this world are Alpine Ridge, High Caves, 420, and Wizard Peak. The boss is called Blowhard. Just no. And the speedway is called Crystal Flight. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about another mechanic in the game, the Supercharge. It's basically a strip of arrows that make Spyro's charge really super fast, and trust me, you're gonna have to master the Supercharge in this game if you want to 100% complete it, so yeah. Okay, World 4, the Beastmaker's Home. This world has only 2 enemies in it. A massive hog and a Nork who can electrify the ground for about 3 seconds or so. This world is just basically a swamp. Yeah, in case you didn't figure that out. The levels in this world are Terrace Village, Misty Bog, and Treetops. The boss in this world is called Metalhead because he listens to metal. I don't know. And the speedway is called Wild Flight. Yeah, so by showing you guys some of the footage of the dragons, you can kind of tell that there's a theme to each home or world. And those themes are artists, warriors, magicians, swamp people, and for the next world I've got no idea what it is because I don't know. I think they're magicians as well, or wizards. I don't know. I really don't know. Alrighty, World 5, the Dreamweaver's Home. This world has a cannon in the middle of the hub world where it changes the size of the enemies from small to large. You can man the cannon when you reach it and shoot 2 metal enemies that are blocking some stairs. The levels in this world are Dark Passage, Lofty Castle, Haunted Towers, and the boss in this world is called Jax. And finally, the last speedway of the game is called Icy Flight. So now, onto the final world. Okay, so we're nearing the end, and there's 2 more levels left before we face Gnasty, so let's just get into it, and here is the final world. Okay, so here we are. It's World 6, and we're up to Gnasty's world, and well, there's not much to say about this world. There's 2 levels, and they are supposed to be the last 2 levels before the final fight, but they are just like the rest of the levels. There's no challenge to them at all. Okay, so this is it. The final fight between you and Gnasty. There's 4 phases to this fight. The first one is to chase a thief down and grab a key. Once you do that, you begin the second phase, which is get another key from another thief. After that, you finally face Nasty in phase 3, but hey, instead of actually fighting him, he runs away. After about 2 laps around the area where you're chasing him, you get to flame him, and then the final phase, which is chasing him again across some platforms that are slowly reeling back into the slots, which is above lava. If you did all of that successfully, then you get to flame him again, and this time he dies. Yep, he did. Then we get this cutscene.
Sorry I took so long. Almost forgot about you guys.
What about Gnasty Gnorc?
Nasty Nork is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to find.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit.
And that's the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Well, sort of. If you collected 12,000 gems, recovered all 12 dragon eggs, and freed 80 dragons, then you get this endgame level called Nasty's Loot. Here's a level where you basically collect 2,000 more gems in order to collect everything in the game and get that sweet platinum trophy. Or 120% game completion. And then you're greeted with another ending cutscene, and then now you finally finished the game. So there you have it. And now there's one thing that I want to talk about before I end this video, and that's the music. Whoa, the music! Stuart Copeland did such a good job with this soundtrack. I mean, it's so cool. Just listen to some of the tracks in this game. One of the best parts that Toys for Bob added into the Reignited trilogy is that you can play the music from the PlayStation 1 version, or basically you can play the soundtrack from the Reignited trilogy. And yeah, I think that that's such a cool feature to have in a game. Spyro means so much to me, basically because when I first got my PS1, Spyro 2 was the first ever game that I had. And without Spyro, I wouldn't really be here today making these videos for you and have gaming as my main hobby. So today, Spyro the Dragon on the Reignited trilogy on PS4 gets scratched. So yeah. And remember guys, please like and subscribe to see more Trash It or Scratch It episodes in the future. And remember guys to please like and subscribe to see more Trash It or Scratch It videos in the future, and don't forget to comment as well, because I really put a lot of effort into making these videos as entertaining for you guys as possible. And share the video. You never know what the future holds if you just share it to 1 or 2 people. But anyways, you beautiful people, thank you so much for watching the video. Stay safe out there guys, take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. Hey guys, what's going on? So sorry that this video took so long to come out, but yeah, just gotta say that thank you so much for watching this episode, and just I hope you had a fantastic New Year's Eve as well, and happy 2019. So yeah, so just to really quickly tell you guys that I'm taking a month off, just because I'm falling a bit behind with my course that I'm doing for TAFE. So I'll be taking a month off just to do that. But don't worry, I'll still be uploading videos. There'll be about either 3 or 4 Let's Play videos throughout January. So I'm just stopping Trash or Scratch It for now, just because those videos take the most time to work on, and And yeah, yeah, I should be back at the very start of February. I'm gonna smash out as much as my course as I can. And yeah, so don't worry. Season 1 of Trash or Scratch is still gonna be, it's still gonna go on. Trust me, I've got heaps and heaps and heaps of games to go through for season 1. So yeah, and also I will announce the next game as well when I come back too. So yeah, but just keep looking around because I will post what date, what date I'm actually coming back. So yeah, anyways guys, thanks so much for watching and thanks so much for understanding, and happy 2019. See you guys.